reindeer on their hay? Who wraps the gifts and packs the sleigh?
This morning on today's Holiday Kitchen, decorations that you can eat. Nigella Lawson is here with a few recipes from her latest cookbook. It's called Nigella Christmas Food, Family, Friends, Festivities. Nigella, happy holidays. Good to have you back.
You. It's always nice to be here.
We're going to do a little cooking and stuff like that in a second, but I like what I was reading, that these recipes and these decorations are a symbol and a signal to your family and especially your kids that the holiday season has begun.
Completely. And, I started when they were little. And, so I've made this recipe that, to be honest, is incredibly forgiving. Because, when kids do it, they have no respect for fine sort of dough. So they drop it on the ground, they do it, put it up again, you can re-roll it.
So you can't mess this up, really.
You can't, and in a way, you can't make everything look like it's store-bought, but that's the joy of it, because it's homemade.
You love rituals, you love traditions. Your kids, though, now are like 16, 13, 15, in that area.
Yes.
Do they still like to participate in this, or are they a little over that?
They like to pretend they're doing it to humour me. but really, I think they would say, but why, what happened to the Christmas tree decorations?
Yeah, if it weren't there.
So they need it. They need ritual, and they need to feel, especially as they get older and their lives actually are lived a lot outside the home with their friends, they need to feel that there is a family unit.
And the connection.
And you do the same thing each year.
All right, so we're going to make decorations that you can eat, and we start with this.
So that's just flour.
Okay. And
then some butter.
By the way, you can make the dough portion of this ahead of time.
You can, and you could freeze it as well. I mean, you can. You do anything. So some brown sugar. You'll see that the dough here has got quite a sort of dark tinge to it. So these are a bit like gingerbread biscuits, like the ones you get in Germany. Okay. Baking powder. Now,
here's where it gets a little unusual.
Because you said you can eat, but I don't want my kids to eat them all off the tree. Cinnamon they like, that's okay. Cloves, if it's a little bit, they'll deal with. Black pepper.
Why? Why black
because
pepper?
Because I am a cruel and sadistic mother, and I
feel
feel
do that to keep them away from it. Do you really?
Yes.
Okay, we've just.
I'm on it, so otherwise they'll all be eaten, and they'll pull. When they were little, I was worried they'd pull the tree down. So as long as they learn.
Why don't you just put an electric fence up or something like that?
That is good.
Okay, so we're gonna mix this all together.
Yes.
And you have to put the egg in.
I am. I'm going to make sure this will go through, and Yep.
There you go.
So this is some egg and honey, and that gives it really an almost like the honey is sort of medieval taste. You can see it's any minute now. It's going to change from dry ingredients to a dough.
Well, now that I found out you put pepper in it, why don't you just put sand or cement in it? I mean, does any of this really matter anymore?
No, but to an end, they taste nice. You can eat one if you want. So just roll this. And then
select your favorite cookie cutter.
Yes, and so I'm doing a bit of a.
So you edge that in flour.
I just do that to help it not stick.
Okay.
And it's incredibly easy. I don't know if you feel like cutting anything out.
No, so I do that because then what you're going to take them out and you're going to poke a hole up top.
I am going to poke a hole. I need a hole poker. I feel I haven't got one. I can do.
We'll find you one.
Oh look, I'm going to use this bit.
Okay.
So I make a little hole so that when it bakes. You could later on you can hang it from the tree.
Okay, fine. So you've done that. And then what are you using here? This is just regular
this is,
twine?
You can use anything, or you can, if you live near a florist, you can ask them for some of theirs, and then the joy of it. You see? Do you feel like a?
Yeah, sure.
See, now the thing is that I like them just white and silver. When my kids were the age of your kids. They went mad. The girls
colors, right?
You can't get more pink. I wanted minimalist chic, and they wanted Donatella Versace.
Who won?
Donatella, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think this is what makes them look really so cute when you start putting all the.
Hi.
Hello.
What are you trying to make, Matt?
Just trying to make a mess,
That is
Meredith.
very good.
Thank you. And I'm going to sprinkle a little of this on top of it, okay? I don't know why.
Yes, because I'm going to join on yours because I like the idea of this.
That looks like a special sugar.
See, look, you didn't know you could make this, did you, Matt?
Okay, and so you hang these on the tree. But you store them after you make them. You put them in an airtight container until you hang them on the tree.
Well, yes, but it depends how what your schedule's like. You could do that now and just.
How long will they last once they're on the tree?
Well, I just leave them on for the whole holiday.
And they're good, like 6 weeks later or whatever?
Yes, they are. But as I say, I mean, you don't make them primarily to eat, but you can.
Just real quickly, just get some beauty shots of this as we get ready to go to commercial. These are gorgeous. Nigella, happy holidays.
Yes, thank you so much.
And she brought the deer from London, aren't they?